If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned EV at a great price point, you should definitely check out the Chevy Bolt. It is a fantastic option. Hi, this is Joe from Scarff Ford, and today we're talking about this 2021 Chevy Bolt Premier. Let's dive in. Really awesome EV. So I scratched my head on why Chevy killed off the Bolt, and I think it came down to the penny pinchers. Unfortunately, I think just they were selling these things at a loss, and they focused more on the more expensive $80,000 to $100,000 EVs, like the the Silverado EV and the Hummer EV. They've recently come out with a little bit more affordable Equinox, but man, this is such a cool vehicle. Unfortunately, Chevy discontinued it. They do say that they'll come out with a newer version, but we haven't seen one yet. Luckily, there are a lot of great pre-owned examples in the market, like this one. So if you're looking for an affordable EV, these Bolts can be a great proposition. Many of them can be found under $20,000. This one's a 2021. It has 27,620 miles on it. It has a lot of warranty left on the battery. It has a balance of an 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty on the battery and drive units. So that's a warranty all the way up to 2031. And it only has 27,000 miles, so there's plenty of warranty on that. So, and the thing with EV batteries, there was a little bit of like scare in the media about like replacing the EV batteries. It's going to be expensive. You're going to have to do it. Well, it turns out the EV batteries are robust, and there's EVs out there of many hundreds of thousands of miles that are still running great with most of their battery capacity. It's actually turning out that EVs are lasting longer than gas cars. Gas cars' average life expectancy is about 130 to 150,000 miles. There are a lot of EVs going 200,000 miles. In fact, it's turning out that the batteries are actually outlasting the EVs. The batteries are so robust that the EVs are starting to fall apart and disintegrate before the batteries go bad. So quite the opposite of all that EV misinformation that's out there. I'm a huge fan of EVs. I love gas cars. I've been in the car business all my life. I own gas cars. I love a V8 engine and a manual transmission, but I've daily commuted in an EV, a Tesla, for the last 2.5 years, and regardless if it's a Tesla or a Bolt, they are just fantastic, especially in the Pacific Northwest, where we benefit from some of the lowest utility rates in the whole country thanks to getting a lot of our energy from hydroelectric. And on top of that, we have some of the highest gas prices in the country. I don't know why. We have oil refineries in our own state, but maybe we just have higher gas taxes. But so you can even more so benefit from an EV. And then the lack of maintenance. EVs would just require a lot less maintenance because there's a lot less going on. You know, a gas car has thousands of moving parts, and internal combustion is very complex, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong, and there's a lot of things that need dealer service. Quite the opposite with a EV. You have a battery and electric motor, which is very simple. So most of the maintenance is just, wiper blades, cabin filters, tires, and that's pretty much it. It's like owning an appliance. This is a beautiful example, low miles. We have a copy of the original build sheet on it. The Premier model is one of the range-topping trim levels on the Bolt Grade Walk. This has the infotainment package that is $595, giving you wireless device charging, a Bose premium 7-speaker sound system, USB charge-only ports for the rear. Then this also has a driver convenience package too. That is $495, giving you IntelliBeam headlamps. Following distance indicator, forward collision alert, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking, front pedestrian braking, and then we have the black bow tie emblems, $230. The original MSRP on this was $44,000, not cheap by any means, but EVs were a little bit more expensive in 2021 because batteries, the cost of batteries has greatly come down. But luckily on the pre-owned market, like I said, you can find lots of these Bolts for under $20,000. And they're just a great idea. They're a great proposition for someone looking for an EV. And if you're kind of adverse to Teslas because they're kind of futuristic, that one screen, or maybe you don't like Elon, the Bolt is an EV that doesn't have futuristic styling. It's pretty, looks like a regular gas car. And the functionality is like pretty much like a regular gas car. You have a normal start-stop button. You have a normal gear selector. But instead of putting gas into it, you just plug it in at night when you go home. This is a nice premium interior. I love the perforated. I don't know if it's real leather, synthetic leather. It feels convincingly real, but I guess if you can't tell the difference, what difference does it make? Nice contrasting colors and trim here. You have this big screen. Navigation wasn't available in 2021, but this has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard, so you can have navigation on your phone and project it on the screen. Really nice big screen. Great parking cameras. You have different views for great situational awareness. You have a nice screen here as well, giving you your range indicator. When fully charged, you have a fully charged range of about 260 miles. You can DC fast charge. They made DC fast charging standard on the Premier Bolt, which this one is for 2021. So with DC fast charging, you can add about 100 miles of range in 30 minutes, or with 220 charging at home, which is level 2 charging. It's basically kind of like the same dryer outlet you'd have for a dryer that plugs into. You can get level 2 chargers on Amazon, or you can get like a fancier charging dock or something like that. That will add about, you'll get a full charge in about 8 to 10 hours. Nice leather up steering wheel. The steering wheel is heated. We have heated seats. Very comfortable and spacious interior for a smaller vehicle. This thing looks great in black. Great shape inside and out. I like the styling of the Bolt. It's kind of like a crossover SUV, a smaller crossover SUV. Easy on the eye, nice and not quite as futuristic as some of the other EVs like Teslas, if you don't want to make a huge statement, but you want an EV. There's the battery and inverter, a few things to access for service. There's a coolant system for the batteries. Every once in a while you do need to change the battery coolant, but nowhere near as much as one on a gas-powered vehicle. And with stadium-style seating, you have great visibility in the back, and it's very spacious for a compact. Or yeah, this is a compact, or maybe it's a subcompact. I had that front seat adjusted for my height. I'm 6'2". I got plenty of space, plenty of headroom back here, plenty of legroom, very comfortable. So maybe if you want to use this as an Uber and Lyft, this would be a fantastic vehicle. And being a liftback, you have great cargo capacity. You have this cargo divider, so you can kind of have different levels. There's the charger. And then you can fold down the rear seats for even more cargo space. Pumping out about 260 pound-feet of torque. This thing really scoots along. It's really quick. You can shoot around the city, accelerate. When the light turns green, you have instantaneous thrust. And then you have great regenerative braking. And on top of that, you can actually control the level of regenerative braking. That's kind of hard to see on camera, but if we look behind the steering wheel, there's this paddle right here, and basically that makes the regenerative braking more aggressive. You can actually slow down all the way to a complete stop using that paddle with the regenerative braking. So the way regenerative brakes work is it reverses the polarity of the electric motor, turning it into a generator. So you use the electric motors to actually slow down the vehicle than the actual brakes. That recaptures that kinetic energy you normally lose through heat through braking and puts it back in the battery, making it more efficient. But another great dividend of regenerative braking is not only making the vehicle more efficient and putting energy back in the battery, but it also gives you a lot longer brake life. It's not uncommon for brakes on EVs to last practically forever, 150, 200,000 miles. The more regenerative braking you use, the less actual brakes you use, which greatly extends your brake life. And that's another big maintenance item. Brakes can be one of the biggest maintenance item on a vehicle. Front and rear brakes on a car, depending on what it is, could be $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, sometimes more if they're fancier brakes on a higher performance vehicle. Well, there you have it. An awesome example of a 2021 Chevy Bolt Premier. Unfortunately, Chevy discontinued these. They say they'll bring them back. Unfortunately, I think they just were losing money producing these things, and the bean counters won. And like I said, they focused on the more expensive, profitable EVs like the Hummer and the Silverado. But on the pre-owned market, these things are fantastic value. There's a ton of them. So if you're thinking about an affordable EV, definitely check out the Bolt. If not this one, maybe it might be available for sale. Maybe you're watching this video on YouTube a couple years in the future. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video. Set yourself up for notifications. Give us your opinion. Do you like the Bolt? What are your concerns about switching to an EV from a gas car? Well, what anxieties do you have? How does this compare to a Tesla? Would you rather have a Model 3 versus a Chevy Bolt on the pre-owned market? Tell us what you think. Thanks for watching and have a great day.